Just now, good morning, everyone. In our previous class, we have studied about this lesson number 9. We have understood about life in the desert. And first, you have read about the hot desert, that is the Sahara Desert. We have clearly understood in this lesson that the world's largest desert is Sahara Desert, and uh, in there the area around 8.54 million square kilometer. It is in this much area, and it is located in North Africa. Then next we have understood that as soon as the name comes, that desert in your mind, it seems that much sandy area comes to your mind, and it is the plain area, elevated plateaus also, and rocky surface. So this is the type of um, picture you get in the mind about the Sahara Desert. If we talk about the desert, then previously this was not the condition, this was not the picture of Sahara in the early years. It was, you will be surprised that it was lush green plain, and there many means paintings were there, in which rivers were also there, and in this area many types of animals were also present, which we have already understood in the previous class. Then climate also, it is scorchy hot and parched dry, very hot in Sahara Desert. And the it is too hot, as the means the temperature rises at 250 degree Celsius, and in the night, this is the temperature in the daytime, but in the night it is freezing hot, that is nearly 0 degrees in the night the temperature is there. Then about the flora and fauna also, we have read that camel, hyenas, jackal, foxes, scorpions, they are the number of animals found in the Sahara Desert now. And cactus, date, the thorny bushes and thorny scrubs and plants are found especially in this Sahara Desert. Even we can find snake and lizard. Now, people of Sahara Desert, we have read about the two types of nomadic people. Uh, Two nomadic people are living there, Bedouins and Tuaregs, in this Sahara Desert, and they are the nomadic tribes. They are rearing their livestock. Livestock means they are rearing their uh, animals there, and they rear the animals, they keep the animals with them, they take care of the animals, and in return, they get the milk, hide from which they make, means hide means skin, from which they make leather belts, slippers, water bottles, and the hair is also used for making mats, carpets, and clothes and blankets. So, uh, this is the use of animals which they keep, Bedouins and Tuaregs keep as the animals with them. Then the oasis, we have seen that some places, oasis means a water place is there. How this oasis is formed, that depressions are formed when the wind blows away the sand. When the wind blows, strong winds blows, it takes away the upper part of the sand, and due to that, the depressions, a type of means the land goes down, where the underground water reaches the surface, and that thus an oasis is formed. And this area near the oasis is very fertile, and there the population of Sahara, most of the population of the Sahara live near the oasis only, so that they can get the water for their animals also, and to grow the crops. And there they are growing crops such as rice, wheat, barley, and beans. Now, which cotton is famous? We have also seen that Egyptian cotton, which is very famous worldwide, is grown in Egypt. Now, nowadays, the life of the Sahara Desert people has been changed due to the discovery of oil, and because the product is in great demand throughout the world. And in Algeria, Libya, and Egypt is constantly transforming the Sahara Desert. Mean constantly changes are being coming in the life of the people of Sahara Desert. Now, previously they were nomadic tribes, Bhutans and Tuaregs. Now, few nomadic herdsmen has gone. Nowadays, the life of the people is changing as the cultural landscape of Sahara is undergoing the change. Cultural landscape is going on change, like a gleaming glass caused office buildings tower of over mosques and super highways crisscross the ancient camel path. So this is the changes which have been brought in the um, cultural landscape of the Sahara people. Then trucks are replacing camels in the salt trade. Here also we have seen that previously camels were only used in Sahara Desert, but now trucks are also used, and even the nomadic people, they are going uh, out in the city for the job purpose. And Tuaregs have been seeing as an acting as a guide to the foreign tourist, as people used to visit Sahara Desert from the other parts of the country. Then Tuaregs, the nomadic people, they are acting as a guide to them. Now today we are going to start with the cold desert. Now, all that we have read was about the Sahara, which is the hot desert. Very hot temperature is there, means during the daytime it is 50 degrees Celsius. And in Ladakh, just the opposite, it is the cold desert, and it is lying, the location is, it is lying in the Great Himalayas on the eastern side of Jammu and Kashmir. So this Ladakh is the cold desert, which is lying in Great Himalayas on the eastern side of Jammu and Kashmir. You can see in the map. This is Jammu and Kashmir map, and in the eastern part, you can see this Ladakh. The Karakoram range in the north and Jaskar mountains in the south enclose it means encloses mean the Ladakh is enclosed means outside it is the covered with Karakoram range and Jaskar mountains. Several rivers flow through Ladakh, Indus being the most important among them. So several rivers flow uh, through Ladakh, but which is the most important river in Ladakh region? It is Indus. Now, the river form deep valleys and gorges. Several glaciers are found in Ladakh, for example, the Gangri Glacier. So several glaciers are also found in Ladakh. Even deep valleys and gorges are formed due to this river. Not only this Indus River, but many rivers are there due to that. Even glaciers, several glaciers are found. An example is Gangri Glacier. And what is a glacier? You already know. It is the moving mass of ice, floating mass of ice, that is called as glacier. And they are the example is Gangri Glacier, which is found in Ladakh region. Now here we can say word origin. Ladakh is made up of two words, La, that is meaning mountain pass, and Dak meaning country, that is La meaning mountain and the Dak means country. So together it means that the country meaning the mountains. So Ladakh is made up of two words, La mountain and Dak country. So this is the word origin from where this word Ladakh has been originated. And then another thing is Dras, one of the coldest inhabited places on the earth located in Ladakh. In Ladakh only one of the coldest place in Ladakh is this area that is called as Dras. Now, continuing with the paragraph, the altitude in Ladakh varies from about 3,000 meter in Kargil to more than 8,000 meter in Karakoram. That means the altitude, the height in Ladakh uh, it differs, whereas means differs means in Kargil it is 3,000 meter high and to more than 8,000 meter in Karakoram. Due to its high altitude, due to its height, the climate is extremely cold and dry. So as this Ladakh region is at a very high, little bit height, then that is why the climate is very cold and dry of this region. The air at this altitude is so thin that the heat of the sun can be felt intensely, and the air is also at this height is so thin that if little bit heat is also there of the sun, if sun rises and it little bit heat of is also there, it can be felt there. The day temperature in summer are just above 0 degree, so little bit heat is only felt when the sun rises, due to the uh, means uh, thinness of the air, and the summer is just above, the temperature is just above 0 degree, and not too much hot is there, and at night the temperature is below minus 30 degrees Celsius. So the temperature reaches minus 30 degrees Celsius in the night. It is freezing cold in winters when temperature may be below 40 degree, minus 40 degree Celsius for most of the time. That is uh, in winters, uh, when winter season is there, at that time the nights are too much cold, that is the temperature reaches minus 40 degree Celsius. Most of the time this temperature remains the same, and as it lies in the rain shadow of Himalayas, there is little rainfall. So it lies near the Himalayas, and that is why little rainfall is there, as low as 10 centimeter every year. That means every year, at least means minimum rainfall, that is 10 centimeter of rainfall is there in the Ladakh region, and the area experiences freezing winds and burning hot sunlight. That means the area is having freezing cold winds, and then burning hot sunlight also is there. You will be surprised to know that if you sit in the sun with your feet in the shade, you may suffer from both sunstroke and frostbite at the same time. Means if you are sitting uh, in the sun with your feet in the shade, means if the feet is in the shade, you may suffer from the sunstroke. That means when your body is you are sitting in the sunlight in Ladakh and you keep your feet in the shade, that means you can catch the sunstroke also. लू भी लग सकती है and frostbite भी, ठंडक भी लग सकती है. Then Ladakh is also known as Kapachen, which means snowland. So, which is the another name given to Ladakh. Another name of Ladakh is Kapachen, which means snow land. I hope it is clear about the temperature in Ladakh. Now coming to flora and fauna. Now due to high aridity, the vegetation is sparse. Now due to the high temperatures, it means uh, high aridity means temperature is very freezing cold temperature, either it is very cold or it is very hot. The vegetation is sparse, less vegetation is there. There are scanty patches of grasses and shrubs for animals to graze. Now scanty patches means less growth of plant life is there in this region, just because of the temperature, uh, decrease in the temperature, and the patches of grasses, little bit grasses and shrubs grow there in this area for the animals to graze, for the animal food. Now trees like groves of willows and poplars are seen in the valley. So in Ladakh, especially, groves of willows and poplars grow. And during summer, when little bit temperature is there, high temperature is there, at that time, the fruit trees such as apple, apricots, and walnuts bloom. So which type of fruit trees are seen over here in the summer season? Apple, apricots, and walnut. And several species of birds are sighted in Ladakh. Now, in Ladakh, several birds can be seen, and the birds are robin, red stars, Tibetan snowcock, raven, hippo. These are the common birds which are seen in Ladakh region. Some of these are Migratory birds. Now, these are the migratory birds. Few are the migratory birds which are found in Ladakh. Why? Because due to the change in the climate, they move from one place to another. And the animals of Ladakh are wild goat, wild sheep, yak, and special kind of dogs. Now, these are the animals which are found in Ladakh. The animals are rare to provide milk, meat, and hides. Now, here also in Ladakh region, the people rear the animals, take care of the animals, they tame the animals so that the animals can provide them with milk, meat, and hides. Yak milk is used to make cheese and butter. So, which animal is milk is used to make cheese and butter in Ladakh? It is yak's milk. The hair of the sheep and goat is used to make woolens, and the hair of sheep and goats which they tame, Ladakh people tame, they use the hair of sheep and goat to make the woolens. Now, here, do you know the chiru or the Tibetan antelope, an endangered species? It is hunted for its wool known as shahtosh, which is light in the weight and extremely warm. So this chiru is also a Tibetan animal, a Tibetan antelope, which is endangered species. Why this is endangered species? इसकी क्यों खतरा है इसकी लाइफ को? Because it is killed, it is hunted by the people for the wool purpose to get the wool, and the wool which we get from this chiru Tibetan antelope is shahatosh, and this type of wool shahatosh is very light in weight and extremely warm. Now, coming to the next topic, people. What type of people live, how they had adopted the climatic condition, the atmosphere in Ladakh. Now, do you find any resemblance between the people of Ladakh and inhabitants of Tibet and Central Asia? The people here are either Muslim or Buddhist. Now, here the people living in Ladakh are either Muslim or Buddhist. In fact, several Buddhist monasteries dot the Ladakhi landscape with the traditional gompas. Some famous monasteries are Hamis, Prisky, She, and Lamayuru. They are the famous monasteries. Monasteries means the religious holy places where the priests are living. So, several Buddhist monasteries, the Buddhist people, holy places, they are there in this Ladakh, and traditional Gompas is there. These are also the religious places, holy places. Then next we see that in summer season the people are busy cultivating barley, potatoes, peas, beans, and turnips. So in summer season, little bit hot temperature is there. In that at that time, people are busy in cultivating the crops like barley, potatoes, peas, beans, and turnip. The climate in winter months is so harsh that people keep themselves engaged in festivities and ceremonies. But in winter months, the winter months are so cold that at that time people engage themselves in means many festivals and ceremonies. They are performing many festivals and they are engaged in many ceremonies during the winter month, because at that time they can not cultivate anything. And the women are very hardworking. They work not only in the house and fields, but also manage small business and shops. That means their Ladakhi women are very hard working women, and they also worked at home as well as on in fields. And they work not only in house but in fields also. And they also manage to do the business, and they are working in shops and all. Then another thing, important thing is what is the capital of Ladakh? Leh is the capital of Ladakh, and it is well connected both to roads and airways. Means through road and air, both the ways Leh is connected to Ladakh, and the national highway. You can underline also this. The National Highway 1A connects Leh to Kashmir Valley through the Jojila Pass. And through the Jojila Pass, this Leh is connected through National Highway 1A. So, through road and air, Leh is connected to other parts of the Ladakh. Now, this is the place, Treski Monastery. This is the monastery we can see in Ladakh. Tourism is the major activity with several tourists streaming and forming within India and abroad. That means now tourism has become the major activity in Ladakh. Many people comes here in Ladakh to visit the place. Now they wanted these people, these foreign tourists want to visit the Gompas, and they wanted to see the meadows and glaciers, witnessing ceremonies and festivities. And that is why people are visiting the Ladakh. They are more attracted to the Gompas, the treks to see the meadows, glaciers, and they want themselves to participate in the ceremonies and festivals, whichever these Ladakhi people are organizing during the winter season. So they are these tourism activities become the major activity here. Now, life of the people is undergoing change due to the modernization, but people of Ladakh have over the centuries learned to live a balanced and harmony with nature. Though uh, the temperature is very harsh there, but then also the people of Ladakh have coped with the had cope up with the uh, nature, and they are living peaceful and in harmony with the nature in the Ladakh region also. Due to the scarcity of resources, water and fuel, they are using the with the reverence and care, and nothing is discarded or wasted. Now, due to the less amount of resources present in Ladakh region, like water is also very less near the oasis only that can be found, and even the fuel is also less. So these Ladakhi people are using uh, very carefully these type of resources, that nothing is wasted or thrown away like that, because they had adapted themselves to the life of the uh, uh, activities of the nature only. Whatever they are having, they are satisfied with that only, living in that particular condition only, and nothing they are wasting there. uh, Here are the Manali Leh Highway cross four passes. Now they are the four passes which Manali Leh Highway crosses. They are Rotangla, Barchalala, Longalachala, and uh, Tanglangla. The highway opens between July and September when snow is cleared from the roads. So much snow covered area is there, and when July and September snow is cleared from the roads, then these passes, four passes, are open to Manali Leh Highway. So that's all. We have completed the lesson. In our next class, we will continue with the history. So bring history books in our next class, and in the meanwhile, if time permits, we can take the correct answer. Uh, First, Sahara is located in which part of Africa? You can mark northern. First, Sahara is located in northern part. Then second, Sahara is what type of desert? It is hot type of desert. Then Ladakh mainly. Uh, Wait a second, it is by mistake done here, but it will be here. Sahara is hot type of desert. Then Ladakh desert is mainly inhabited by again B, Buddhist and Muslims. Then desert are characterized by scanty vegetation A. Scanty vegetation A will be the correct answer. Then next, Hamis in Ladakh is monastery. Then Egypt is famous for cotton. Clear? Now match the column. You can match the column here. Oasis, depression with water, number one. Bedouins, Sahara, found in Sahara Desert. Number two, oil, Libya, that is number three. Then Gangri is a glacier. Glacier will be number 4. And Lamayuru is a monastery. That is number 5. Now today in PDF, I'm going to send the question answers of this plus give reasons. You can do it in the notebook neatly. In notebook assessment 2, I can ask the question answers of these. Clear? So I'm repeating match the column again. Oasis, depression with water, Bedouins, Sahara, oil, Libya, Gangrai, this is a glacier, and Lamayuru is monastery. I hope you have underlined uh, this and match the column also done. Okay, fine. Then in PDF, I'm going to give you very short and long, plus give reasons. You can do it from there. Even I will upload it on the student portal. Clear? In our next class, we are going to start with history lesson. If any doubt, you can ask me. Till then, go through the lesson, and if you are not able to understand, you can WhatsApp me, and notebook assessment and subject enrichment activity, if you have not submitted, try to submit it in time. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.